I have a really good relationship with Craig. He was a linebacker coach my last 2 years at Nebraska. Did a great job for us, was part of a couple of championship teams there. So he's had a great coaching career. I think he's one heck of a coach.
Their defense struggled last year, and they have pretty much the same guys, and they're off to a good start. What have you seen on the film from them?
Well, I think that's a mark of great coaching. Those guys had by far and away the best defense and the best team in 1AA for several years now, and I'm sure they're taking some of those same qualities to the guys at Wyoming, and I think you're going to see them have a great year.
Is that defense, Mark talked about how it's so multiple. Is that at all similar to something that Kleiman helped build at NDSU the past couple years? Obviously, you're familiar with it.
Yeah, actually, the whole thing goes back to Colorado State. Some of those guys, their defensive coordinator, Steve Standard, some of the guys were at Colorado State, and they had a tie to Monty Kiffin with the Tampa 2. So the system's kind of evolved off the Tampa 2. The best thing about that system is it's sound. You're not going to look at film and see a lot of holes. They're in the right places, they do the right things, they play fast.
What are you looking for out of your offense this week?
I think just making sure we have enough maturity to come out and play well. You got to be mature to handle trials, you got to be mature to handle failure, and you also have to be mature enough to handle success. Our kids tasted this team tasted its first real success, and we want to make sure we're mature enough to come out and play like we can even after that.
How do you keep the focus, moving past Michigan State and on to Wyoming?
Well, Michigan State's in the past. That's over. These guys have a lot of good things ahead of them if they just concentrate on the next thing up.
Kind of talking along those same lines, Royce Freeman came in, freshman, a lot of attention, a lot of pressure on him. How do you think he's handling that?
I think Royce got a lot better from week 1 to week 2. Pressure doesn't seem to bother Royce. He's out there working. He's got a workman-like attitude. Really thought that he ran a lot harder this week than he did the week before. So if we keep seeing him improve like that, he's got some special things ahead of him.
Crosby obviously has unique physical gifts for a freshman, but how's he in the filming? Was he learning how to study and kind of his adjustments?
Yeah, Tyrell's been blessed with a lot of talent. He still makes a few freshman mistakes here and there, but for the most part, he's done an unbelievable job of picking everything up too.